Here I am in old Kaifeng, the capital city of the Northern Song Dynasty. Join me as I travel around this absolutely, genuinely not fake at all city. Here we go. Trip to Kaifeng. We found our car. They're going to charge us 40 yuan to get there. How are we going to fit? I don't know. Kaifeng is one of the 7 ancient capitals of China. It was set up by Zhao Guangyin, the founder of the Song Dynasty. Zhao Guangyin brought China out of the chaos of the 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period and founded the Song Dynasty and made its capital in Kaifeng, a city on the Grand Canal, stretched from Hangzhou all the way to Beijing. Constructed in the Sui Dynasty, to this day the largest canal, the longest canal in the world. Join me and all these people in the back of the taxi as we visit Kaifeng. The Northern Song Dynasty ushered in one of the greatest golden ages of Chinese history, but the Song Dynasty was the only great dynasty of China that was unable to assert its dominance over all Chinese territory. In the end, that would be its downfall. Garlic everywhere, but not a clove to eat. They're trying to spell garlic. G-A-R-R-L-I-C.
L-I-C. Q-R-S-T-V-W-X-Y-M-G
你唱的好像有点不大一样呀。
对，不同的版本。
哦，你唱大点声。
F-G-H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U-V-W-X-Y-Z. I spelled mine was something beginning with A.
Helicopter?
Wrong.
Hummus?
You can't see hummus or helicopter.
Taxi driver has said he's not going to send us all the way. We're going to have to get out here because some other people, well, these guys, are late for their lesson. So we're going to get out in some random place and see what we can find. Well, our taxi's off and we're off as well. Just before we left, the taxi driver gave us his card, even though he just dumped us in the middle of nowhere, just in case we wanted a ride back. This lady is giving away cigarette lighters. Well, that first taxi dumped us off in the middle of nowhere. It really was in the middle of nowhere. And we need to get another taxi to find our way into the city. So be careful when you get dropped off. Well, our taxi just dropped us off in the middle of a 4-lane dual carriageway. There you go. This is Kaifeng train station. You can see it's got along the river at the Qingming Festival the famous scroll by Zhang Ziduan, which was painted during the Northern Song Dynasty. Came to the station to change our tickets to go back. We want to spend a few more days in Kaifeng. Now we're going to get some food. We're about to enter the ancient city. Oh no, we're not going to enter. The red light stopped us. We have finally arrived in Kaifeng after being thrown out of the car in the middle of nowhere. We're here in the center of Kaifeng. I saw aged vinegar cola in the shop and I needed to have it. Here we go. Oh, it's disgusting. Do you ever see aged vinegar cola in a shop? Don't buy it. That's gross. Why would anyone make this abomination? It's disgusting. Japanese tofu with cheese. Wow. There's an old Chinese joke that says the favorite food is KFC. By that, they mean Kaifeng Thai. Here is a Kaifeng Thai restaurant and everyone's very friendly. This is the greatest cuisine in China, according to the locals. They even have a pet grasshopper. The most delicious kitchens look like this. Which one do you want, Nini? The big one? Okay, I'll have the big one. Thank you, Nini. Right then. Really nice.
Yeah.
Japanese tofu with cheese is better than vinegar and cola, obviously. One thing you wouldn't notice from the outside of this restaurant is that they are a Muslim restaurant. This is our food. Tomato and egg with cucumber, cold noodles, and this minty thing that's local. It's kind of half lemongrass, half mint. It's got hui mian, the Muslim noodles. It's blazing hot in Kaifeng, and I can't be trundling around all those ancient sites, walking miles in between them. But luckily, there is a replica of all the Song Dynasty stuff on the inside. Nothing beats an air-conditioned replica. This is Shaosongcheng, the inside replica of what Bianjing would have looked like when it was called Bianjing during the Northern Song Dynasty. You can walk along the canals, throw some coins at the Lucky Frog, under this ever blue, never changing sky. Well, that was fun, but it didn't last very long. So we're going to go off and find something else to do in this city. At the entrance, young and old flock together to sit on these stairs and look at their phone. Well, we're leaving Shaosongcheng and we're going to go to a big shopping mall to withstand the heat. We have a milk tea. It's about 4 kilometers away, and the taxi is going to cost me 3 yuan. That's 30p in English money. 3 yuan later, we're now at the big shopping mall. It seems to be the center of some sort of anime convention.
另一组的人要来猜是谁吃了这个柠檬糖。
Those girls have had enough. It seems all the rowdy, rebellious teenagers of Kaifeng come to the mall on a weekend, dress up in cosplay, and dance around on a stage. When you get sick of the shopping mall and all the dancing kids, come over to the park. And there's more anime cosplay dancing kids here too. Unfortunately, my camera can't pick up all of the Chinglish on this sign. The lanterns are lit and a 1,000-year dream takes me to Bianliang. The wall behind me is a very insubstantial replica of the walls that would have guarded Bianjing city during the Song Dynasty. But I want to find the real replica. We finally made our way to the real wall. There's a gaggle of people loitering around outside, so this must be the real one. If you want a ticket to go up on the wall, you need to show your passport. Part of the wall above ground was built in the Qing Dynasty. And down here, right at the very bottom, is the Ming Dynasty wall, built beneath it. And I suppose the Song Dynasty wall would have been built somewhere beneath that. What are these mysterious boxes? Muss. This charming gentleman has told us what to do with this strange machine. Muss. Click it, Nini.
1, 2, 3.
There it is. It's a stamp. I'm getting burnt up here on the wall, so I'm going to buy a hat for 20 yuan. Can't go wrong for 20 yuan. And this woman says, red is my colour. Now that I've got my hat to protect myself from this intense sun, I can start exploring the Ming Dynasty city wall of Kaifeng. These fake weapons remind me of the downfall of the Song Dynasty. The Song Dynasty had long been fighting against the Liao to the north. And then when another emergent kingdom came along called the Jin, the Song Dynasty thought, now's our chance, let's unite with the Jin and finally defeat the Liao. And they fought alongside for quite a few years, and while they were fighting alongside against the Liao, the Jin discovered how weak and fake and just for show the Song Dynasty army was. So as soon as the Liao were defeated, the Jin knew they could continue and attack the Song, who wouldn't put up any resistance at all. This led to the Jingkang incident. The emperor at the time of the Jingkang incident just wanted to be an artist and had no real interest in defending his country. He fled, put his son in charge, and they didn't really fare much better under him, although I think they put up a year or two's resistance. Eventually, Kaifeng was lost to the Song, and they had to flee to Hangzhou to rebuild their empire. While Kaifeng, the great capital that they'd created on the confluence of the Yellow River and the Grand Canal, was lost and became part of the Jin dynasty. Happily enough, the Jin didn't last very long after the Jingkang incident. They were destroyed themselves by the Mongols. If you ever go inside the Kaifeng wall, this is what you will find. I wonder if we're going to learn anything about Kaifeng. Oh yeah, there they are. Ask the most avid Chinese nationalist and they will tell you that China invented football. This is Chinese football. You have to kick it into that net and that will get you a point. But it wasn't actually a ball, it was some sort of bundle of something. And it didn't have any of the rules of football. So no, they didn't. We did. And we invented ping pong as well. You don't have to get very far from the main entrance before the wall kind of turns into, I don't know what, concrete, barbed wire, whatever that is. It's just a concrete wall. They've tried their best. There's another old bit of the wall. That says it's old, I'm sure. To be fair to this place, a lot of bad things have happened to this wall. Being destroyed by the Jin dynasty, being destroyed again by the Mongols, being destroyed again presumably by the Ming, although I think the Ming were probably quite welcome here in Kaifeng. Fall of the Ming dynasty, fall of the Qing dynasty, all the civil wars in between, World War II, the Japanese bombarding it. There's a lot of stuff that happened. So it's a miracle any of it survived, really. Not to mention all of the incidents in the 1960s and 70s. There's more original pieces of the wall down there under the glass stairway. Whatever the hell this is, a glass walkway. The Chinese love a glass walkway. Any excuse. This is what the gate looked like in 1940. Here it is in 1948 during the Civil War. Now it's a place for cosplayers. This is an ancient Chinese flamethrower, one of the many cool inventions during the Song Dynasty. They do a lot of shows up here to try and make your ticket money worth it. These people just gave us some tomatoes. because they're nice. Well, we've seen the wall and all the shows on it. I've got my tomato. Now it's time to get some dinner. Didn't have to walk far before we found potential dinner sources. Coco's having a look at the rabbit meat available. Ooh, rabbit meat. Dragon Boat Festival, there's also zongzi available. Rice triangles.
Zoom in.
As I walk along the streets of Kaifeng, I notice that there's a distinct lack of urgency here. Nobody's in a hurry. Nobody seems to be bothered to do anything. There's not even any high-rises. It's quite different from most Chinese cities. Coco put it pretty eloquently when she said, Kaifeng people are lazy, they can't be bothered to do anything, even earn money. Don't think that's entirely true. They seem to want to earn some money, but the prices here are so low I don't think any of them are going to get rich. 5 yuan for a bowl of cold noodles. It's 50p for your dinner. A shop full of Kaifeng specialities. The cakes of Kaifeng. Cakes of the Northern Song Dynasty. We've settled on mianjin and this crispy pancake. 6 yuan each. Well, it's the end of the day. We're hanging out in the park next to the wall, getting ready to eat our food. We've got mianjin pancakes.
It's burning hot.
Ugh, burning hot mianjin pancakes, but I'm going to try and show you anyway. Ow, it was burning hot, bloody hell. These biscuity things. What are that thing? Nini?
Pancake that smells like really nice.
Crispy pancake that smells really nice. And that's it. So I'll see you next time. Don't forget.
I ate a rabbit meat.
Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. For the love of God, please leave a comment, even if it's telling me I'm an idiot.